Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel today. I hope everybody has had a great Christmas. Now, as of recording this is just before obviously the Christmas period. Now, for some of you guys that don't know, I will obviously be traveling back home for the Christmas period. So I've sort of pre-recorded a couple of videos that will be released whilst I'm obviously away on my holidays. And I'll be back just in time for the lovely live streams that we do on a Thursday. So for those of you guys that don't know, we're streaming lineup builds on Sorare every single Thursday. So get yourselves in there. And yeah, I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. And yeah, today we have a tier list, and we're going to sort of evaluate sort of I guess like a midpoint or a Christmas point in the Premier League. And I'm gonna sort of predict what I think is gonna happen for the rest of the season. I'll be excited as always, guys, to hear your feedback in the comments, and let me know if someone that I've got very wrong here, or obviously things people do and don't agree with, and we'll have a little debate in the comment section as always. I love hearing your guys' feedbacks for videos like this. So yeah, kicking things off then. I think we're gonna go with let's start. Should we start at the bottom and work our way up? I think that's the best way to do this. Now, I'm just going to put them in categories and then I'll rearrange afterwards, I think. So, for me, Southampton just they don't have. Now, I will say this as well, guys. I am recording this just before Boxing Day, the Boxing Day games. So obviously I'll be one game behind. But yeah, I think it shouldn't really change too much. I'm pretty sure Southampton host West Ham on Boxing Day, and I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, I reckon they probably get a point from that. To be fair, they kind of need a point. But yeah. And then I'm thinking, so at the minute it's currently, well, as of recording, Ipswich and Wolves in the relegation. I think Wolves have definitely the squad to not be relegated. Ipswich, on the other hand, they play some great football, but I think they just suffer from it being the Prem and they can't make mistakes. So I think I might have to throw Ipswich in there as well. Although I do love Chris McKenna, I think. Yeah, and then really hard to see anyone other than Leicester. Obviously, the three that have just come up. I don't know if for me, I reckon Wolves. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna come back to Leicester. Got Everton, who are very good defensively. West Ham, not a great start. Palace are down there as well. They're not been doing too great recently. I reckon. Oh, I think Everton definitely stay up. I don't know if they go higher, but they definitely stay up. They're defensively pretty good, in my opinion. So that should be enough to see them through. Although their squad is aging, I must say. But they are getting the important results where they need to, which is keeping them above the sort of the relegation scrap really at the moment. Um, Spurs, I reckon, sort of turn it around. That at the minute they're sort of here, but I reckon they probably sneak into the Conference League. That's kind of controversial because a lot of people are saying they obviously suck right now. I think Man U definitely are below Spurs. Brentford is an interesting team. Sorry, I'm sort of doing this really randomly, but I'm just going based on the ones that I'm very confident in, and then I'll fill in the rest kind of as we go. So Nottingham Forest are currently here, fourth. Um, I reckon it's probably a sixth for Forest. I think Villa definitely move up. I don't know. Maybe Villa Champions League. I'm gonna keep them there for now, though. I'll get And then we currently have Man City in seventh. Now they've got to turn it around. But do they? Hmm. Do they get in the Champions League? It's really weird if City don't get in the Champions League, isn't it? Really weird. But are they better than Villa? Maybe. I'm gonna say City maybe somehow get fourth because it's just really weird to see City not getting in the Champions League. I think Chelsea are definitely they're 100% in the top two sort of bracket. Liverpool are up there at the minute. We'll debate that in a second, but yeah, I think Liverpool are definitely up there. Um, Arsenal Champions League for sure as well. So we'll go with that for now. Bournemouth are the team that are sort of up here, but I haven't included yet. Now, do I think they're gonna? Yeah, I think they're gonna probably finish near Man U, probably above Man U though. That's for sure. Just below Spurs, yeah, I can see that. I mean, at the moment, there's quite a big gap between the two, but I reckon Spurs pull it back. To be honest, and I think Bournemouth, they're a great side. Don't get me wrong, very fun to watch, but um, yeah, that's just how I see things going. Brentford have to be like in that conversation for sure. Newcastle have to be in and around there as well. Um, Newcastle missing out on Europe. Do I see that potentially? Spurs. Maybe I've got Spurs a bit too high here. Hmm. No, I don't know. I don't know if Newcastle are gonna put it back. To be honest, we'll keep it like this for now, and then obviously I'll go back and sort of rearrange. Um, so then we've got Brighton are definitely going to be in and around it. I think Fulham might fall off a little bit, in my opinion. West Ham will definitely be somewhere down here. Um, maybe there a bit more. Then we've got Palace and Leicester. I mean, it's kind of hard to not say Leicester go down here. So right, let's rearrange. Let's see. So I think the bottom three, I'm pretty confident in that at the moment, in that order anyway. I think Leicester. No, I think if anyone comes out, actually, I think it might be Ipswich. Yeah. I think if anyone survives, it might be Ipswich. Not sure. I just like the way they play. I like their football. Then we've got Wolves. I reckon, yeah, they do better. Better than Palace. Maybe Palace are definitely too low. I feel like. God, this is tricky. West Ham. Yeah, I think Wolves, Everton. Who do I think will finish higher, Wolves or Everton? Probably Everton. That's fine. And then Palace to just survive, maybe. I think it's really hard to predict, obviously, because there's so like that sort of bottom of the table is just so tight. But I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm happy with that bottom half, or the lower tier, should we say? Mid tier. Um, Surely United finish above Brentford. Brentford play way better football, but the amount of money Man U have spent, you really like to think that they they do finish above Brentford. Surely, right? Brighton, they might start to taper off. I'm not too sure. Bournemouth, do they have the depth really that Newcastle do? Perhaps not. I reckon no. Let's see. So Newcastle currently are only 2 points separate them. I reckon Newcastle definitely have a better side. No, Newcastle Tottenham. I think surely Tottenham pull it back though, right? So then we've got Newcastle just missing out. Bournemouth, Brighton. I reckon something like that. Could be completely off here because it always happens every season, right? One of the mid to low tier teams just burst through, and I think it might be Spurs to be honest, but just because the way they play is just so like just gun ho. And then obviously, yeah, I think they have a really good depth. Like, personally, I think they have a really good squad. Like, do I think it's better than all of these squads in the mid? Maybe Newcastle could be the team that burst through. Obviously in good form right now. Bournemouth are exciting, but I reckon they drop off a little bit. Brighton, I reckon they might, but I think Brighton might even get above Bournemouth actually. And then Bournemouth, Man U now. But I reckon Bournemouth probably finish above Man U, but I reckon that I could see that. I could see any of, to be honest, I could see sort of this whole like middle pack here being just completely random. Um, Villa, I reckon, yeah. And then Man City to burst through into the, yeah, I think Man City kind of have to, don't they? Surely they do. I know they're in a tough spot right now, but yeah, as of recording, this definitely doesn't look like it's going to happen, of course. But that's the whole point in these sort of predictions. You have to sort of like, yeah. Now Chelsea and Arsenal are only separated by 2 points, and Arsenal have been looking well. They've just lost Saka for a bit. Chelsea looking really good, so I think I'm happy with that. And then Liverpool champions is very likely, to be honest. I mean, I don't really see them messing up from here. If they do, I'll be impressed. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that, guys. Let me know what, obviously, you guys think in the comment section. I think I'm gonna lock that in. I will say, City obviously could go the other way. But I reckon Pep turns it around. Villa, I think that's fair. Fifth. Maybe they'll be obviously they've just beaten City, so they'll be hoping that they're in the Champions League and not City. But yeah, I just think City have that that winning mentality and the squad, of course. Although obviously they've been doing it for a while and it's hard to maintain that sort of focus, but I reckon they turn it around and get a fourth. Um, Forest above. Forest above Spurs. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Forest look fantastic, but equally, I could see Newcastle sort of. Yeah, could see Newcastle definitely higher, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna lock that in. Sort of my mid-season sort of prediction for the Prem. Yeah, I'd say the bigger. So if this was to come into fruition, the biggest overachievers or the biggest achievers from now would be City, Spurs, and who else? Sort of a big push from where they are now. Yeah, City and Spurs for sure. And then maybe no West Ham are around there to be fair. And then the drop-offs would be Fulham. Who else would be dropping off? I guess Bournemouth as well for sure. But I don't think they really expect to stay that high. I mean, we'll see. And then obviously Forest, I'd say a little bit of a drop off. I guess because I reckon they'll finish around sixth, seventh. I think they'll be happy with that as well. But yeah, that's sort of my predictions for how it's going to go, the ups and downs. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in oh, wait, what is it? Yeah, so I'm going to be uploading this early, early in the week. So I'll see you guys in the live stream on Thursday if you're there. Peace.